You might have seen some people asking online, where's Rey? Well, she's there and there, but not here. She's the star of The Force Awakens, but Rey is largely missing from tons of Star Wars merchandise. Most recently, Star Wars Monopoly. And she's not the only one.
You see this pattern consistently of female characters being omitted and erased from toy lines and from action figure sets.
While Hasbro will add Rey to the Monopoly set later this year, it still caused a few girls like 8-year-old Annie Rose and a few more bloggers to accuse the toy companies of sexism. Is it sexist? Well, yes, but not necessarily on purpose. It's a little thing called gender marketing.
This is something that people have decided. There's nothing about the product itself that makes it only appropriate for boys or for girls.
Gender marketing is where companies separate toys and clothes based on assumed gender stereotypes. Some think it's to help boys feel more powerful or push girls to marriage and motherhood, but it's basically so they can sell twice as much stuff. Let's say you have a bow and arrow. It's brown, generic, anyone can play with it. So mom and dad buy one that little John and Jane can share. But then a toy company comes out with 2 new bows and arrows. One's tough, blue, the other one pink and smooth. Now, mom and dad have to buy both, one for John and one for Jane. Gender marketing comes with a few basic rules. Girls want to be kind, boys like to be tough, and boys will never play with female characters. A lot of these rules come from market research that we largely don't see.
This idea that boys and girls are these fundamentally different species that cannot interact, that must have different products, this is a false assumption.
Disney is a master of gender marketing. A study from 2012 showed 9 out of 10 toys on Disney's website were marked for girls or boys only. In fact, Disney said one of the main reasons they bought both Star Wars and Marvel was because they needed more stuff to sell to boys. And guess what? It's working. A survey showed parents were 5 times more likely to buy Star Wars toys for their sons this Christmas than for their daughters. So gender marketing may be less sexism and more money grubbing, but there is a bigger cost for both kids and adults.
These gender-coded products reinforce deeply stereotypes that are connected with all kinds of social inequalities like the gender wage gap, occupational segregation. That should be concerning.
There are companies that promote female action figures like I Am Elemental. By supporting them financially while also demanding Rey return to these box sets, hopefully these toy companies will actually start to find her.